Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, in phase 3 of this bathroom renovation, we're going to completely finish it and install all of the fixtures, all of the lighting, all of the mirrors, finish our shower valve, finish our tile, clean up, and get this bathroom renovation ready for the homeowner to enjoy it. Sit down, grab some popcorn, and come along with us as we finish this bathroom renovation in this episode. We're finally at the finishing stages of the project. So right out the gate, one of the first things that I want to accomplish is putting all of our door hardware on. We're going to replace the door hinges. We're going to put new door handles. All of our doors are already painted, so we can go ahead and add these. Our trim is already painted, so we can go ahead and add those little door stops. While they're painting the walls, we're going to go around installing all of the door hardware and get this going on as we speak. We're using these Quickset brand door handles. One thing I'm looking for, this is a keyed entry. I want to figure out where my lock is. So my lock is right there. And I want that to be on the inside of the room. So it's going to go like so. And then this is going to go on the other side. But before I get to that, I'm going to install the latch first. This is the first thing you want to do. You want to put this into place. Has a little slant on it, just like so, as you can see. And you want to put that to the part that's going to close. So it's going to go like so, if that makes sense. So when it closes, it hits this little slant and causes it to press in like that. They give you a bunch of screws. A lot of them are extra. But that always says if you can finish it without the screws, those are bonus parts. They do make a pre-drill that will help you pre-drill these, but I already have holes from the old original ones, so I don't need to worry about it. Take the one that we said was for the inside. This one goes around on the back and slots into it like that. We'll take our screws and slide them in through a little spot. I like to start them by hand. Use an extended Phillips drill bit so that it reaches past and doesn't have to hit this. So these are simple because they're round, so you don't got to worry about it being up and down level. On the other ones that have a square plate, you have to make sure that it's properly aligned, that it's not crooked. But these are really simple, so you could probably tweak it so that the handle is a little bit up like that. So I just twist it a little bit so that when the door's shut, this is straight instead of leaning down, because it was leaning down a little bit a second ago. I like that a lot. And now, last thing, we're gonna add our catch plate. They give you a bunch of options. This is for commercial doors. You don't need that. This is for another style of latch. If it already has a cutout like that, we're gonna use the one that they previously had, but this one's black versus the chrome. Same thing, got some extra screws right here. They give you some long ones so that if the door jamb is stripped or the hole is not grabbing very good for these, so that you can reach all the way to the stud, but the small ones will work in our case. I already have pre-drilled holes from the old existing one. Okay, a really good pro tip is with every set of hardware that comes with door handles, they give you this little Allen set, and what this does allows you to flip this handle if you want it to be the other direction. In some scenarios, you want it to be flipped. Maybe it's where you need to have the door open another way or whatnot. There's a hole on the back side right here, and you can take it and you can unscrew it and flip it to the other side. Or let's say that this gets a little loose over time and it's a little wobbly. More than likely it's because that set screw on the back right here came a little loose. So this little tool is something handy. Keep in the garage, bury it in the shelf where you can't find it, or set a reminder for 5 years from now. Another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna swap out all the hinges, the hardware on the doors to black. We wanna make sure that it matches the theme that we're going with. We're going with the black hardware, so we're gonna get rid of all the ones that are painted, and those are original to the home. So we're gonna take these black ones, we're gonna come over here and pull these off that are currently on the door. Super simple. Take your 6 screws, pull them out, and then go back with the new ones. Make sure that they go orientated the right way. You want to put the pin on the top, because if you put it hanging down the bottom, as it opens and closes throughout time, that pin's just gonna fall right out. And we also ordered squeak free. So these come pre-lubricated with a lot of grease on the inside. That's the only difference with squeak free. And then we got all these on Amazon. It's a lot cheaper. Buy a pack for 18 of them. For I think 10 bucks. Versus getting them at the hardware store for $3 a piece. For the door coming into the master, they wanted one that locks, and then they wanted a different style. So we went with a little L. I don't know what the name of this is called, but we went with the specific one that looks just like this. For all the other rooms, we're going to go through and put this style of lock or doorknob. It is a simpler round one. So we're going to go ahead and get these installed, and we're going to start with the one in the back linen closet and go from there. Okay, with these round knobs, it is a little tricky to get to the screw holes in the back. It's hard to get the drill bit in through the side without scratching the knob. So using this little tool that we have, the little Allen set, we can take this little Allen set screw, unscrew it, and then once we unscrew it, this should pop off. Yep. That allows us to get our drill bit right here, put the screw in, not scratch it, and then once the screws are in, then we can go back and put the little set screw on the side of the doorknob and refasten it back on. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So having that doorknob off allows me to get my drill and put the knob on without messing up the paint or the little finish on the doorknob. I don't have to worry about scratching it. Oh, here we go. Come back over here, use my little Allen key, tighten it back up without scratching the door. Good. Just like that. Sweet. And I like to put all the screws to the part that's going to be less noticeable. So from the outside, I keep the screw holes off so that it looks a lot more clean for pictures and just when aesthetically. And then from the inside, you put the screws because no one's going to be looking inside the linen closet for that. Now I'm going to add my little catch plate over here on the right. With our ceiling being painted, I can now go back and take off the plastic of these halo puck lights. With these puck lights, super simple. All you do is open the tabs, push it up into place, and then it will hold itself tight against the sheetrock. Watch your fingers because it'll get you, because it just got me. And you give it a little tap. And that's it. Another thing that I could put on with the ceiling being painted is our AC return grill, or it's not a return, our AC supply grill. I can take it and mount it to our vent up here, make sure it fits, should be. Okay, sweet. Take my little screws. Cool. We're kind of all over the place right now, trying to figure out what to do when what stuff's ready, but this valve is ready to go. We can go ahead and start putting that on. We pulled our plastic down because the painters have already painted the ceiling, so we don't got to worry about driplets. The rest is going to be little touch-ups here and there, so it's not that big of a deal. We're going to go ahead and put the valve on first. Once we get the valve on, then we'll put the handheld on, and then we'll do the above head shower head. First step for the shower valve is to remove the protective cover. This cover is for the tile phase so that when they're tiling everything, they know what to cut up to, and also to keep all the thin set, mortar, and the grout out of the shower valve itself. You don't want all that in the components. So they give you this little protective plate that screws on, and every valve is different. This valve is out off of Amazon, and so it has this style of protective, but I know Delta has another one that's a little insert inside of the center of the shower valve, and then Kohler has a different one. Everyone has a different way of doing it, but in every shower valve there's going to be a protective little cover to keep all of the thin set and the grout out of all the valves in here. We do not want to mess with any of this. You have two emergency shutoff valves right here, these little set screws. You can take a flathead and tighten them, and that will turn the water off to the valve if this ever begins to leak. You can do it manually here or at the main shutoff. Cold water in, hot water in. We have our diverter that goes down to our handheld, and then the main shower head up there. I went ahead for the shower valve and added some sanded grout to the back right here to fill in these little gaps. That way, if water gets behind this little scutcheon plate, it will get inside the little box and drip out through the bottom and not get behind the tile. We have plenty of waterproofing membrane behind it, but just to be an extra safe, that will make me sleep better at night. And then this just gets pushed back up against it, like so. Take my little knob, slides onto the bottom. Make sure it's clean. It has a little set screw in the bottom down here. Good. Okay. Then they come with this little caps, little tiny, tiny caps. You'll take these little cap right here, put it over that little hole. Next is this one right here. And same scenario. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it to the side so I can have access to it. We got our Teflon. This may be overkill, but I'm going to put our pipe thread sealant, just a little bit to help with the sealing. Okay, now that I got the little insert out, I'm gonna take this one, thread it in. You don't want it to go over tight, just hand tight is all it needs. All right, I'm gonna add my little shower head off to the end right here. You don't necessarily need Teflon because it has a rubber gasket, but I like to just do 2 little passes. And obviously if it leaks, it's not the end of the world. It's inside the shower now. So it's not that serious. But I'll just do 2 little passes of Teflon just to avoid little leaks and to somewhat help with pressure. That may just be me with my OCD. Just hand tight, you don't need to overdo it. After putting my valve on for my handheld, I went ahead and took apart the little end of the hose. I removed the filter and the little washer. That opened it up, allowed me to turn it on. And it gets rid of any debris that's in the line, any debris that's in the water lines down here, and just kind of cleans everything out. Same thing that we did for the above shower head. Before we put the actual fixture on, we went ahead and purged the line out of the arm. And now I can go ahead and reinstall all of this back on. Now we'll test it. No leaks right here at the bottom of the handle. So we're all good, nothing leaking. Good on the arm. Test the functions. Cool. We're installing the vanity mirrors. Before we put the vanity in, it's a lot easier to do it now that the vanity is not in the way, and we already know what our height is on our vanity, and we know the location of our mirrors. So we're putting those in first, getting that knocked out, and we already have our sconces put on top. So that is a lot easier as well before the vanity is in. David's pulling it out of the package. We're gonna get all the plastic off of it, get all the hardware out, and we are going to mount it to the wall. We already got one put up. On this one, we're gonna go ahead and put our drywall inserts. We went ahead and pre-drilled our holes already. We'd use our laser from the top down, as you can see the green line, and that allowed us to get this perfectly level and put them in the correct spot. And now we're going to take our mirror and mount it to that using the hardware that comes in it, and we'll show you how we do that. All right, got one down. These are little brackets that using the mirror, they latch onto the back, they go into this back portion right here. And so the mirror just slots right on and it's super easy. I'm gonna take the extra slack of the cable and kind of coil it up a little bit so that it's not hanging or dangling down. And I'm gonna use some simple electrical tape, nothing fancy. You could use a zip tie, but tape it to the back of the mirror. That'll hold the cable up and we'll connect it like that and it's good to go. David's gonna hang it. I'm going to connect it. He's gonna get it close. I'm gonna reach behind, connect it up, and then he's gonna just drop it onto the little latches on the back and always kind of give it a little shimmy to make sure it's on there. A good test is you can grab the top and try and pull out on it. If it doesn't come out, that means it's on them, on the little hooks. There we go. We're getting ready to install the vanity, but we got to cut our baseboard down there on the bottom. The baseboard is a little long, which we did on purpose. We left it long because we didn't know exactly which vanity we're going to get. So I'm going to mark the baseboard on where it goes. I'm going to check my measurement on my vanity all the way across, and I'm going to bump it over there, 71.5. And then I will cut my baseboard. Okay, I'm going to take my tool bags off so I can squeeze off in there. That side's cut. I'm going to jump over here to this side and cut this one now. Same exact thing. I'm going to measure the back of the vanity to the front up here. And I got 20 and 7/8. I'll probably do 21 just to be safe. All right, I'm gonna drill my holes. Next, on the back of this cabinet, that will allow me to insert my drain and my water lines. This is a really cool tip when you're drilling through a finished vanity. Even though it's not finished on the inside, well, it really is. It's got a little finish veneer on it. When you're drilling through it, you want to start from the back or start from the front. But once the point of the bit actually pokes through, you want to switch to the other side and then drill the other way because that will reduce tear out. So I'll start from this way, like that, and I'll get it scored. And then when the bit sticks out on that side, I'll be able to come from that side and actually keep it from tearing out over there. Okay? And that's what happens if you don't do it. It'll tear out like that. Now I'll take my bit, stick it in, and then boom. A nice, clean finish. I'm gonna do the same thing for all of them, but in order to make it faster, I'm gonna go ahead and poke all these through on the back and then jump to the inside. That way I don't have to go one by one back over and over and over. Now I can do all three of them at the same time. Connect it up. Give me some juice. Okay, then we'll put it into place and do a final vacuum after it's in. The vanity is fully installed. That was a lot more difficult than we anticipated. It was really hard to get it inside this side of the trim and that side of the trim, and also get the pipes all at the same time. We actually had to enlarge in these holes a little bit right here and make them a little bit bigger so that they could fit around the pipes. But all in all, it is all done. We got our silicone on the top. We got a bead of silicone across the top of the vanity so that we can put our countertop on. And so we're gonna run outside, grab that, bring it back in, set it into place. Here we go. Okay, come to me. 1 second. All the way to me.
You good?
Push, 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 push. We can go ahead and pull the plastic off. We started running low on time as it got closer to 5 p.m. in the day, so we jumped into a time lapse and knocked everything out. We started with our vanity, faucet, sinks, and knocked both of those out, and then jumped to the hand towel racks in between the mirror, and finally we finished it off with the towel racks on the wall, and that completed this entire space. We are all complete with the full bathroom renovation. The master bedroom has all new flooring, all new trim, all new paint on the walls, all new paint on the ceilings. All of the doors and trim are painted, all new hardware, fixtures, and so much. The vanity is put in the bathroom. It looks gorgeous and stunning. LED mirrors, racks for the towels, hand towels, racks for these towels that are normal towels. And then the shower turned out gorgeous. It was a nice tile they picked, a nice floor tile they picked, and it's beautiful. We siliconed the corners, we took care of the fixtures, we got our bathroom done in there as well. Our closet is fully complete as well. Nothing crazy or too fancy in here, but all new flooring, all new baseboards and quarter round, a new paint on everything, a new paint on ceiling and walls, new lighting, and so much. But that is a wrap for the bathroom renovation of this is phase 3. Thank you for joining us throughout this whole process and the past 3 videos. Until the next video, keep on building.